All right, let's take it to news on the go now. The Deputy Minister in the Presidency, that's Nonceba Mhlauli, has just given a media briefing on the Presidential Youth Employment Initiative, at least their third quarter report. You might remember that initiative was launched by the President to address youth unemployment in the country. We've seen that briefing start. Let's just listen in for you, get your sense of what else is being said.
It's currently being piloted in South Africa. It's an outcomes fund that works with implementing partners, some of whom are here today, to secure quality and sustainable jobs for at least 4,500 unemployed and marginalized young people. The first year of the program, the year we're currently in, is a pilot program. But after doing a review of similar programs around the world, we found that Jobs Boost is one of the largest outcomes funds targeting unemployment of young people in the world. Like Deputy Minister has mentioned, Traditional Skills Fund in the country funds predominantly training activities, which has resulted in a large number of young people going through the system and accessing skills development, but not necessarily finding meaningful work. With Jobs Boost, our training providers are paid the majority of their contracted amount only when the young person has been placed in a job. So this approach focuses on and incentivizes the outcome of employment and not just the training itself, which ensures that the training provided by young people, by training providers to young people, is truly demand-led. Jobs Boost will also stimulate innovation in the training and workplace support space, and importantly for us as government, drive down the cost of skilling by eliminating wastage, which we define as training that fails to equip young people to access and sustain jobs. There are three key design features of the Jobs Boost Outcomes Fund. The first is a focus on specifically targeting the most marginalized young people. And we have a number of criteria for that. It's a young person who comes from a quintile 1, 2, or 3 school, which are the poorest schools in South Africa. A young person who has been a recipient of a child support grant, and a young person who has a matric level or NQF level 4 or below. So some of our beneficiaries do not even have matric. And we know that, of course, education is correlated with better employment outcomes. So we're trying to target those who are furthest away from the labor market. The second feature is a focus on a high-quality permanent job that is remunerated or paid for by the employer. And then the third feature, of course, is a payment against the achievement of outcomes. So training providers are paid once the young person is placed. They're paid once the young person sustains that employment for 3 months and 6 months. As Deputy Minister indicated, implementation started, or the program was launched in 2023, but actual implementation of projects commenced in September of 2024. 12 implementing partners were selected across a range of sectors, including digital, business process outsourcing, retail and artisanal trades, some of which are here with us today. To date, we have over 1,600 young people that have been placed in jobs in 32 employers across the country. The young people that have been placed in jobs are predominantly Black and colored young people. And over 50% of the young people who have benefited from this program are young women, which is a significant achievement for us because we know young women face greater hurdles to accessing the labor market than their male counterparts. Another important achievement is that 4.5% are young people that are living with disabilities. The pilot ends in December of 2025, and we really are very excited for the full results. We want to demonstrate with Jobs Boost the effectiveness of outcomes funds as a solution for addressing the youth unemployment crisis in the country and scale this instrument in 2026. There are two, in our view, potentially game-changing aspects of Jobs Boost. The first is in improving the efficiency of government spending. In the last financial year, South Africa spent approximately 26 billion rands on post-secondary education and training. This excludes NSFAS, it excludes universities, and it excludes TVET colleges. However, what we found is that despite the spending, the throughput rates are very low, and placement rates of young people into jobs, despite this 26 billion rands of spending, is less than 50%. So Jobs Boost for us is a proof of concept for how skills training can effectively be linked to employment for better efficiency. And as we go to scale, we're looking to get a little bit of a bigger pie of that 26 billion to ensure that young people are not just skilled for skilling's sake, but skilled for jobs. Another potentially game-changing aspect of Jobs Boost will be the demonstration of getting young people from disadvantaged backgrounds into well-paying jobs quicker and relatively cheaper. If a larger number of young people were to receive similar support to Jobs Boost, it could significantly impact the upward social mobility and as a result start to address inequality. So that's Jobs Boost. The second flagship program of the Presidential Youth Employment Intervention is the Revitalized National Youth Service, which partners with NGOs and community-based organizations to provide paid community service opportunities to young people. The program has the dual impact of providing young people with work experience and an income, thus improving, their future employability, as well as supporting important service delivery efforts in marginalized communities. It focuses prioritizing areas that benefit young people and children, including sports and entertainment, and we have Cricket South Africa here, the restoration and maintenance of public services, library support and reading support, and we have Year Beyond here, as well as support to early childhood development and child nutrition. The Revitalized National Youth Service is completing its third phase currently, and to date it has benefited over 80,000 young people. In phase 3, over 13,000 young people have been provided opportunities. 70% of these young people are young women, and 6% are young people with disabilities. And so today, we're very excited to have with us the implementing partners of these two flagship programs, the Jobs Boost Outcomes Fund and the Revitalized National Youth Service, who will tell you about their programs. And we'll also hear firsthand from the young people who've benefited from these programs. We're excited to have you here and continue to express our commitment to addressing the youth unemployment crisis in the country. Thank you.
Thank you for those wonderful opening remarks, Deputy Minister. And I'm very grateful. Thank you. We will now hand over to the implementing partners of the programs that we've just talked about. So the first one will be our host, Dr. Tiffany. I'd like to ask Mary Case to please come forward. Thereafter, we will hear from the Tourism and Business Institute of Southern Africa, and Zaki Barun. And then lastly, we will hear from Richard Clark, who is representing South National Service. Over to you.
Good morning, everybody. It's a great privilege and honor to have you all today. Welcome, Deputy Minister, the Office of the Presidency, our implementing partners, Prudom, and to my colleagues, of course, and our most important guests, our beneficiaries. Warm welcome to all of you. I'm Marian Place, and I'm the COO for Africa Ticketing Services. Africa Ticketing Services, just a quick overview, has been around for 30 years. We just celebrated our 30 years. We operate on a cradle-to-career 360 model, and basically what that's all about is we take children from as young as 3 years old through our Bambanani program, We partner with other ECDs, early childhood development implementers, and our main essence of that program is to make sure that all children within our program are school ready. We also have our Ignite program. Our Ignite program targets school children, and we offer after-school programs in STEM, science, technology, and so forth, maths and so forth. And just to show off a bit, we just celebrated a 90% pass rate. But where the collaboration with and where our program really collaborates.
All right, so there you have it, live visuals there coming from Mfuleni in the Western Cape. The Deputy Minister in the Presidency, I beg your pardon, giving an update on the Presidential Youth Initiative. This was put together, you might remember, by the President to try and put a dent on South Africa's staggering unemployment numbers, especially among young people. Trying to pick up those figures for you, by the way. 4.8 million young people being unemployed. Those are the latest numbers from Stats SA. What we've heard so far from that media briefing, if you like, are two flagship programs apparently set to be launched as part of this initiative. The one is called the Jobs Boost Outcomes Fund. The idea here is to reach specifically young people from disadvantaged background, as we say, and put them in high quality, well-paying jobs. The second is the Revitalization National Youth Service. In this particular case, I think it's a interesting take on how to make sure people are in jobs. We've heard from this initiative that they're planning to have people do community service, but actually be paid for it in one way or the other. It's a two-pronged benefit, they say. On the one hand, you're able to address local government issues in the form of this community service, and on the other, of course, you make sure that people get experience and get money. So we'll get a sense of just how impactful these can be in a context where, of course, we're desperate for solutions to try to get around to solving the country's dire youth unemployment situation.